It's Madden NFL 22, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Cardinals and the Silver and Black coming up next.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Arizona Cardinals. Brandon Gaudin alongside the one and only Charles Davis. And CD, lots of compelling storylines in a game like this. Let's take a look at some of the numbers for these two offenses.
And I'm glad you brought up the numbers because sometimes it's hard to quantify a team's performance solely by judging the numbers. But I think with these two teams, what you see is a pretty accurate representation of who they are.
Good job.
And off we go from Las Vegas. This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
We got this.
The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the number 1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
And when you have a guy like Kyler Murray under center, it not only opens up your playbook, it allows you to draw up even more plays because he's among the best dual-threat quarterbacks in the league and a true playmaker. If flushed out of the pocket, he might even be more dangerous. The next step for him, being able to throw on rhythm and deliver from the pocket.
Let's give him a show.
Throwing on first down is Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says, our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Chandler Jones, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Well, you know it's never easy to get Kyler Murray down to the ground, and to do it with a sack on their first drive, what a great tone setter defensively.
Oh, and no one's celebrating more than the defensive coordinator because that's all he's preached all week long. Keep him hemmed in. Don't let him get into the open field and create big plays with his feet. To get him down in the pocket early, that's got to feel great for them.
Another try after the first down sack. Murray, it's complete to Hopkins. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. First carry for James Conner. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Holding offense.
I'm trying to understand. I just can't. I'm trying to understand.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Shotgun now for Murray. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Now an option play on 2nd down. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And they'll get this down to the 10.
We play to win. Let's go.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. From the gun, Murray. This is caught. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Rondale Moore taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Right off the bat, they start with a very solid, methodical 10-play drive.
And you know me, I tend to look at things from the defensive side. They're coming off the field gassed right away. We're in the first drive of the game. So it's not just what happened, but think of the emotion you carry into a game. Then double it with getting a 10-play drive put on you and points scored. They're pretty tired right now.
Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Amir Abdullah going to take it. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Prater on to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 15. Throwing to start the drive. Carr. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. And they get to him right out of the gate, and this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. And he can't get away. Carr is going to go down, and that is a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
Automatic first down.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's Murray from midfield. And the Raiders have got him. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. $16-0. That's the score after one on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Another try after the first down sack. Murray. He'll get this to counter underneath. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. To throw, it's Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Murray now to throw. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
From the 16, Murray. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. To throw is Murray. Open man Green. He's got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A.J. Green there to make the grab. And the Cardinals continue to pull away here in this first half. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Extra point good by Prater. And that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Stop your whining. Hey, 25.
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing now is Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. The football going back over to Arizona now. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Murray. And caught, right side, Green. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Murray's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Murray now. And his throw is incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Murray now on first down. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
2nd and 10.
Watch tight, tight ends right. Watch tight, tight ends right.
Murray going to throw. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now Murray again. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And incomplete on the deep ball.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw his Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. From the gun, it's Carr. Oh, Adams, what a grab. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Carr again. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Carr now on 1st down. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First order of business, though. Let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Arizona. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And now Derek Carr. He is the focus of our player spotlight. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
Because they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one. On play action, now Carr. Under pressure, and down he goes. Marcus Golden able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Carr to throw. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A big play that time on the catch and run.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
What now? 180?
On 1st down, Carr Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. That catch good for only a couple.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And his throw here's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. So Carr exits on 4th down, and on comes Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Carlson able to put this one through, and that'll get this back down to a 20-point spread. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield, guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, oh, he's a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Murray a give. This is Connor. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. To throw, it's Murray. He finds Hopkins complete. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Baby, get him, boy. Get him.
Working with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, Murray. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
First down, Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Throwing again, Murray. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Murray. Open man Green. He's got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A.J. Green. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Prater for the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told, and the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Carr now on first down. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Watch one. Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic. Watch the run.
Shotgun now for Carr. It's caught here by Adams. A gain of 6 there on first. Working with his second and 4. Carr gonna throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
The Raiders on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Carr now to throw. Finding some room at midfield. And he's got room. And all the way down to the 33-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Carr to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Yes, sir.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
We're good. 185. Yes, sir.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Nothing. They don't get nothing.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Well, we have seen the stiff arm get a bit of renaissance here in recent seasons, and that was pure strength there as he forced his way into the end zone.
And when you think of guys who use the stiff arm so effectively, I go back to guys like Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, some recent guys like Marshawn Lynch. Let's go to the Wayback Machine. Bronco Nagurski, he dealt out a wicked stiff arm.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And the lead is down to 20. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll start out here with the option left. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
Come on now. Let's do this. Let's go. It's all right. Big Ace, Big Ace. Big Ace open, Big Ace open.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Yeah, on the hole.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Deron Harmon makes the tackle.
Yeah, baby, boom!
No pain, no gain.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Tighten down. There you go. Hey, shit. Green.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.